You like being on camera? Look at all this. Isn't this nuts? Could you guess it was from New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
What's up, you guys? Good morning. It is 7 o'clock here in California, and welcome back to another episode of the GM Outlet YouTube channel. I really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. Thank you so much. If you're new, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't been following along on PETA's build, the 2012 single cab short bed build that we're doing, definitely recommend going back and checking out some older episodes. About 6.5, 7 weeks ago, I purchased a 2012 black single cab, and it had a seized motor or a hydrolock motor. Got it running. We are now in California visiting Maxtrac Suspension, and we're gonna get our drop kit done on the truck, which is one major component to the whole build, and I'm really excited to get it done. Since I've gotten here to California, since I left Dallas, I did install some factory OE style fender flares, and I want you guys to take a look at them. So let's see how it looks before, I guess, we get to Maxtrac today and get the drop done, and we'll see what it looks like after. These are the fender flares. There we go. So it doesn't look so bad. It definitely looks like an old man's truck in my opinion right now. It's kind of funny looking, but it's just the way that it's sitting, I guess. But the fender flares do look all right. They're not nearly as bad as the ones that I had before. As you can see, they don't stick out very far. The ones I had, or the ones that were on the truck when I bought it, came out to like here, which was crazy to me. It definitely looks a lot better. Covers up a lot of the rust on this bed. This bedside was just horrible, but definitely a big difference. But yeah, there's a good before shot. Now it's just a matter of get to Maxtrac, go hang out over there while we get this drop kit done. And I think we're actually going to go 6 inches in the back and 3 inches in the front. So it's going to be kind of cool. Let's get over there, get this done, and check this place out. It's really cool. I'm excited. All right, guys, I want to give you a little tour of this place. It's pretty cool. Let me flip the camera. So this is their warehouse, and as you can see, a ton of different components and parts boxed up, ready to go. But this is about 1/10 of what they actually have. They have a remote warehouse where they store everything, and this is just a ton of product here. Here's your shipping area here where they box everything up, get it on a pallet, ship it out on will call for pickup, etc. But over here you got more components. Back here, a ton more components, another aisle of components, and a whole nother aisle of components. Over here, even more stuff, and then all the way in the back right here is where the magic happens. And this is where JJ fabricates practically everything, comes up with stuff, and research and development right here as well. Very cool. Let's check out the shop truck. It's a F-150 with a 6.5-inch lift on this thing. Look at this. Look at these control arms. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Let's look at the rear. Fox shocks, of course. I believe that's their own bump stop. Very nice. That works. So here we got the old strut, or the old spindles, and I don't know, it doesn't even look like there's any rust on it. Here's our drop spindles. Wow. Insane quality. This is nuts. So we ran into a little bit of a problem, and that is that Amazon sent me 2 driver's side upper control arms. So this is not going to work. Well, this is the driver's side. This is not going to work over here, and we're going to need to go to the local supplier and get a passenger side control arm. So we're going to take a little ride real quick, go get the part, and then continue knocking it out. So we picked up a Moog, which has the aftermarket grease fitting, which is neat, but just same thing as the Delco. And so we got a Moog on our passenger side and a Delco on the driver's side, but we're good to go. So, oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, there we go. Very cool. Did it come with it, with the fitting?
Yeah, right here.
You have it?
Yeah, I got both right here.
Oh, very cool.
I didn't pay attention to it.
There we go. Looks like they use the same fitting, like literally the same packaging and everything.
Probably using the same battery.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, we're knocking it out, man. Well, JJ's knocking it out. I'm trying to help as much as I can. It's really weird having someone else work on your truck when you do most of the work yourself, so it's kind of fun. He's just killing it right now. Very cool. It's got to be nice to have every tool you need, because it's not the case at my house, I promise you that.
Definitely helps, but it's also a lot of money too.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. Well, you know, Harbor Freight, they got a good warranty program.
Well, no, because of the rust on there.
Oh, yeah, pulling it out.
Which, I don't know if it's going to break or lock up or what's going to happen.
All right, so what do we have here? Shock assembly.
0 to 3-inch lowering strut.
And this is your guys' shock, right?
Correct.
Wow, very cool. You guys utilize, the only other company that you guys utilize for shocks are Fox, right? We got a Maxtrac shock, and this is a 3 to 5-inch, you said?
0 to 4.
0 to 4, okay. Very cool. So this is going to be the replacement for the... Is this shock used on any other vehicle? this actual shock assembly and just change this out, or
it's Chevy specific.
this is Chevy specific?
Correct.
Very
The
cool.
07, 18, and 19 classic.
So it goes all the way up to 18 and 19? Wow.
Same strut. That's what's nice. Chevy didn't change the platform. And then we're looking at a 3.6, you said?
Yeah,
Cool.
3.6.
So it'll be 1 inch drop.
Very cool. So is there a certain way that needs to be clocked?
Correct. Which, if you didn't set it up properly, like this, you can
Right.
always adjust it in the truck too.
Oh, okay.
Just by taking a large set of channel locks and twisting the bottom. Because the only thing you're fighting is the tension of the coil.
Right. So JJ's finishing up the passenger side, and over here on the driver's side, we're practically done over here. JJ, what's left on this side? Really, just adjustments, right?
Well, no, everything's adjusted. Well,
As
once
far
we
as-
put it down, we're going to have to adjust the toe in
Okay.
and get toe set, and then we're going to have to finish tightening up the upper control bushings when there's load on the suspension.
Right, up here. Okay. So other than that, everything's pretty much bolted in, ready to go. He's buttoning up over here. And then the real work begins in the back. All right, you guys, so bump stops are cut off. And on this side, ground down, we got it painted so it looks factory. It's doing a freaking killer job, man. Insane. Over on that side, he's finishing up grinding it down. So one thing me and JJ were talking about, you guys, is that, you know, when it comes to the little things that take a couple extra minutes, it's always worth it to do it, because, you know, he didn't have to grind all this down and get all this done and spray paint it, but obviously you want to do that. You want to take, you know, some time to do that, and it looks great. The other side's drying up, so let's take a look at that and see what that looks like. There we go. Looks really nice. So there are some shops out there that aren't going to take the time to do that kind of stuff, so if you're doing it yourself, you know, definitely take the time to do that. Looks great. So JJ just finished cutting off and grinding and painting these. So there's basically nothing left of the mount and nothing left here of the hanger. Wow. So what's next?
Next is we'll be installing the hanger.
Okay.
We have to pre-install the shackles in the hanger because the bolt goes from the frame side outward, and you can't actually get the bolt through the middle of the frame.
Interesting. So we're going to install the hanger first on the...
we're going to pull the shackle off and then we'll put it in the hanger.
So these are the new hangers. This just slides right in there. Wow, look at the quality on this. Holy crap. Wow, yeah. Is this 1/4 inch? 3/16. You know all the specifics, don't you, JJ?
Yep.
Very cool. And this is?
That's going to be your actual relocator and your spring plates and your retainer plate and then transmission spacer.
Very cool. Alright guys, take a look at these new hangers. So instead of rivets, now the hanger will be bolted to the frame. You have access to tighten that bolt there, and we're reusing the shackle. And then we're going to be putting another bump stop here, pulling up the leaf spring and bolting it to the axle. Alright, so we're getting the first leaf spring up. Well, JJ is. So right now what JJ is doing is we are, well, JJ is gonna take the center pin bolt out and flip it upside down. We're gonna remove this U-bolt perch, right?
Retainer. Yeah.
Retainer, yeah. And then at that point, we're that much more closer to finishing up. There's really not a whole lot to do after this. All the hard stuff's really been done, right?
Correct.
Guys, we're getting real close here to the end. We got the bump stop installed. We got the U-bolts installed with the perch and the spring plate, I believe is what it's called, right, JJ? Spring plate. Everything else is pretty much buttoned up here. We're just going to put the shocks and then get it on the ground, tighten up all the bushings, and set the toe as best as we can. And then we're able to hit the road for a little while until we get to the alignment shop. You like being on camera? Look at all this, isn't this nuts? Could you guess it was from New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So I think the one that gave him the most trouble out of everything on the ground was, which shock was it? Well, really both of these shocks. They didn't want to come off. So these shocks are what made me call Sean and ask him what parts I should be bringing, because I was like, I know we do something with this assembly. You know, do I need to go get a new assembly? He's like, well, we're only going to reuse the coil itself. Yeah. But everything else, I mean, it was just a pain in the butt getting off. Oh, and the lower ball joints, we cut these off, right? Yeah. Cut these out.
These are pressed in.
Yeah, exactly. Man, it's insane the amount of work that JJ can get done in a day. This is insane. I can't wait to see it on the floor. This is going to be nuts. And the thing is, you know, this build isn't necessarily about the look. We needed to lower it. You know what I mean? You can't have a turboed truck without being closer to the ground. I mean, that just doesn't even make sense. So a lot of people, yeah, I mean, all of it. Yes, sir. Like this. Well, we'll get to see the spots. Yeah, man. The moment of truth. Let's hope it stays together. Wow. Oh, that looks so good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. Oh man. Well, you guys, here she is. Dropped 6 inches in the rear, 3 in the front. Man, it looks good. Drop a comment, you guys. Let me know what you think of the Maxtrac Suspension drop kit. Very cool. Absolutely love it. Man, you guys, these guys are awesome here, and they did a killer job on the truck. Check them out. Maxtracsuspension.com. Well, you guys, the truck came out amazing. It drives really, really well. There's no crazy sounds. It drives straight as an arrow after the alignment. No issues whatsoever. And I'm really excited to put some miles on this thing. Next episode, we are doing LS Fest. I'm actually here in Vegas. I just wanted to conclude this episode and thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you again very much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of a present, but before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to Sean Romo at Maxtrac Suspension and JJ at Maxtrac Suspension. You guys are so cool, very awesome people. You guys need to check out their product if you have any indication you're going to be doing a lift kit, a leveling kit, or a lowering kit. Definitely check them out. They'll also be at SEMA, so if you're making your way to SEMA this year, definitely check out their booth. They're going to have a 10-inch lifted GMC 1500, so that's going to be really cool. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of a treat, and that is a straight piped cold start. There you have it. That's what a straight pipe 4.8 sounds like. It's not bad at all. Sounds really good. Of course, they could have put an exhaust on it, but what's the fun in that? Just hack your exhaust off. There you go. You guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you at LS Fest.